You know from experience? When you were 11 and 12, it was hard for you?
How old are you now?
I'm 10.
I feel you.
Okay, it should be live.
Alright. On Facebook?
Oh, Uncle Mike,
Facebook,
after you do that, I have a game for you. It's called
How
Cubs.
do you take a vision and turn it into reality?
Dad, I'm gonna play Cubs with Uncle Mike.
Yep.
They say a
Is it
picture's
live?
worth 1,000 words, and our lives are the canvas.
But
But the world has taken up their paintbrushes and spray cans
Yep,
to
and
draw
then it
their
says the
version of
movie
who
live
you
stream.
are, what they believe you to be,
Okay.
and who they want you to
The
become.
audio's good.
Some of us have been sexually abused by the very people we're supposed to trust, or human trafficked. They saw our bodies like a blank wall on a busy street, and when they were sure that no one was around, they vandalized it. They painted a picture that tells 1,000 words. Words that say our life is only worth the measure of our ability to provide pleasure. We've been bullied in school hallways and social media platforms. We've been unfriended, disliked, unnoticed. 1,000 words? Shoot, they tried to describe us in 140
amazing.
characters
That's
or
awesome.
less. Hatred has
Just
gone
like
viral. We're so tired of people drawing their own pictures on the canvas of our life that we've decided to paint our own little story, written on our arms
Okay,
with
YouTube
paper
streaming
clips
right
and
now.
razor
Yeah,
blades.
I can see
If you look hard
Right,
enough,
right.
you can read between the lines. It says, "Hello, I exist."
It says
It's only 3
Movie
words
TVs
because
online.
997 more might kill me. We've been told by almost every music artist on the radio and public figure we look up to that we can achieve anything we put our minds to. And then we watch them check into rehabs, fall into depression, commit suicide, and altogether bow down to the dollar sign. Is this it? Is this your 1,000 words, Mr. Famous? I can achieve the American dream, when all I really wanted to do was wake up. No wonder why my generation walks into school classrooms and slaughters teachers
It's
and
live?
students. They were told to follow their hearts, but no one cared enough to stop and ask
Awesome.
what was in them. On October 1st, 2017, 58 canvases
Yes.
were completed because a man with a powerful paintbrush wanted to produce his artwork, but what he created was a lie, and even sick paintings aspire other
This one was
artists.
the one that,
And here we are, left to clean up and wipe away the red
other
acrylic,
one? Last,
but just
from
can't
Sunday.
seem to pull away the
YouTube.
stains.
So we just pulled it off of YouTube.
We were created with gifts and abilities that we might serve others. But instead of picking up the aerosol can to
So now
paint
we
an
got that,
iconic
and then literally
masterpiece,
as soon as
we
the
bent
message
down to
is over,
spray it
I'll
on a
get
sock
that,
and
go on
inhale the
website.
vapors. We got
Awesome.
family members addicted to opiates, Xanax, amphetamines, bath salts. You pick from the colorful selection. Like if the canvas of our life seems to be so abstract, then who cares? Might as well just splatter paint or black it out altogether. Everyone is an artist in his own right. But with great power comes great responsibility, and well, every artist is his own worst critic. We analyze every
So then they
stroke
can
and
go on
scrutinize
YouTube.
every detail till we've convinced ourselves we failed. We scream, "Thou shalt not judge," as a cliche. We don't really mean it because we cast condemnation upon ourselves daily. Give up. It's too late, you're too far gone. There's too many black marks that can never be erased. You're a wasted canvas, not beautiful enough to be hung on a wall to display. You don't even have the nerve to hang yourself. In Psalms chapter 6, David cries, "Return, O Lord, deliver me. Oh, save me for your mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of you, and in the grave, who will give you thanks?" It seems that David is bargaining with his creator. For he says, "If you don't deliver me, O God, then who will tell the world of your great love, and who will sing of your power to save to the generations to come?" David seems to know something about God that maybe we missed. David knows that God is a master artist. David knows that his life is a canvas. But he knows something else, something deep, something profound. He knows the master artist. Though he has painted a billion stars on the backdrop we call the sky, and though he's humbly stooped down low to stroke the intricate lines on the flower we refer to as the tiger lily, there's a piece of art that he can't resist. Every artist has that sweet spot, that one thing that moves the very soul, and for this master artist, it's mercy. With perfect technique, he takes the dark imperfections, the ugly blemishes, the wasted lines, and interweaves them. He uses what was otherwise considered damaged and makes it new. Nothing is wasted, not one season of dark depression, not one agonizing moment, not one tear. He makes all things new. David knows the secret of life, that pictures tell 1,000 words, and that our lives are created to be the canvas in which the master artist tells his story of unfailing love, his power over death, his enduring grace. Your life is not a wasted canvas. You're not the sum total of what others have sketched. And here's the lesson that any experienced artist will tell you: never, I mean never, judge an artist's work before he's finished.
Yes.
For the things which we now suffer and consider wasted are not even worthy of being compared to the glory that will be revealed. The canvas of your life was meant to tell 1,000 words.
If I do this right now, this is
1,000
my
words
cheat
of hope.
meal. Maybe I make it a cheat day. I just want the plant-based burger, the Beyond Burger.
With the Fruity Pebbles
2 piece
milkshake.
Beyond Burger and the order 5. That's it.
Are you sure? Go big or go
Then
home.
muffin and chicken.
Come on, Francis. Big or go home.
Daddy, look, this is the one that
Outbreak. Could say, of course, he began with the Jesus ministry when he began.
I thought there was a bug. I didn't even hear what you said. This one time, someone was like, you dropped
There
your
was a
pocket.
moment I want to take
My
us
clothes, he was like, you dropped your pocket.
So we're live stream testing. We got it figured out where we just, right now we're only doing Facebook Live. We figured out how to stream it live on YouTube, so it's on YouTube Live right now, as well as both the Movement Facebook page and the Movement Tallahassee Facebook page. It's all at the same time streaming.
been out in the woods, something like this, and we said, let's go on a journey.
Because the mic.
And it walked for 4 days. Can you imagine? Pastor Chris took the movement on a 4-day walk to talk to you and teach you something. So he walks with them, and when they get to Caesarea Philippi, they come to this giant rock. Just imagine with me, this massive rock, and in the mouth of it was this place called the Gates of Hell, or the Gates of Hades. These guys would have known about the gates of Hades. They would have known about the gates of hell. They would have known about this rock. Blood would flow out of the mouth of that very rock from idols or animals that were sacrificed to the idol, the god Pan. Pan was this demonic figure, really, but it was this mythical demon that would lurk through the woods like this and cause pandemonium, cause paranoia, cause panic and fear. This god Pan was ruling all through the forest, all through the jungle, all through the land, all through their known world. And Jesus takes them up, and here at the face, just imagine with me this giant rock. It's so high it makes you feel like a tiny pebble. And this opening in the middle of it, the gates of Hades. And Jesus stands there and he says, "Who do you say that I am?" Well, first he says, "Who do men say that I am?" Everybody knew that. Some say you're John the Baptist. Some say you're come back from the dead. Some say you're one of the prophets. Some say you're this. Some say you're that. So funny. We all know what the news says about God, about COVID, about all kinds of things. But here, Jesus, then he stops and he says, "But who do you say that I am?" Peter then makes this amazing statement for a Jewish boy. He says, "You're the one. You're the Christ. You're the Son of the living God." When he makes this, Jesus turns to him and says, "Flesh and blood didn't reveal this to you, but my Father who's in heaven, he revealed it to you." And then he says, "And upon this rock," standing there at the backdrop of this giant rock that's so big, when I looked at it, there were animals, sheep and goats at the top. They looked like tiny little miniature figures. It was so tall. He says, "Upon this rock, I'll build my church, and the gates of Hades, which sits below it, will not prevail against it." It's interesting. There's been a lot of debate over what did Jesus mean. Was it upon the rock of Peter? Well, no. Peter was pretty wishy-washy. He wasn't much of a rock sometimes. Was it what was this rock that he's going to build his church on? That the kingdom's going to be advanced through this thing called local church? I believe it was the rock of the revelation of who Jesus is in the hearts and lives of every believer. I believe that's when the pandemic began. I believe that's when Peter and all these disciples got the idea. Jesus took us on a 4-day journey just to tell us that nothing, no fear running through the woods, no terror in the night, no mystical figure, no conspiracy theories, no 5G towers, nothing. No scheme. The gates of hell was this literal physical place, but also it means schemes and strategies and plans. So no scheme of hell, no plan of hell, no strategy of hell will ever prevail against my church. That's what the movement is. It's a part of that pandemic of the kingdom. The church is the only thing Jesus said that he was building. So today on this Easter, I want to leave you with this thought. There's nothing in the world. There's no thing, no pandemic, no scary place, no horrible situation that you might ever face that will ever prevail against the revelation, the pandemic of the kingdom. In the kingdom, there's healing. In the kingdom, there's blessing. In the kingdom, there's salvation. In the kingdom, there's all that pertains to life and to godliness. So movement, keep moving the kingdom this Easter, tomorrow, and every day from now on. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Happy Easter.
How do you take a vision and turn it into reality? You start at the beginning. You build until things come alive. The building turns into becoming. The becoming begins to transform. And now you've reached the moment when you become the movement.